Hey friends, so I was giving some thought on and decided that I wanted to do a little video to explain to you why I do what I do and why as a physician I wanted to even get involved with something like this. I did this because when I first signed up, I was looking for some extra cash and I was in school and it was pretty difficult to have a regular part-time job. So I figured this would be something I could do on the side that might be fun. And, you know, they offered healthy products as well, which being holistically minded was really important for me. And the thing is, like, I never dreamed that it would do all that it has done. And so I went to school to be a chiropractor after being a paramedic for many years because I wanted to turn more towards a holistic and preventative route in healthcare. And so I actually graduated and finished my doctorate and then a master's in nutrition. And because of just personal relationships with food and exercising and having dealt with endocrine imbalances and just all of that kind of led me to wanting to focus a bit more on the nutrition side of things. So after graduation, I found myself really needing some extra cash and I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I was trying to get my business going, but I just needed something extra. And I tried applying at multiple jobs and no one really wanted to hire me. Like, it seemed like I was literally overqualified for everything. I was submitting and submitting and submitting applications and getting nothing back. And even for the most basic job, if I did get an interview, then it was like, oh, well, you have this, this, and this. I literally felt like I was just overqualified for everything. And so then I was like, duh, and turned towards Arbonne, which I had been involved with in years before, and life happened, and I started back with the business, but didn't really see it for what it really was and the potential behind it. And I wanted to still, reach out and help people. And I realized that maybe all of those other doors were closing for a reason. Because with this business, I can still work alongside people to help, teach those with disordered eating what it's really like to nourish your body. I get to have really great relationships with people. I get to help change people's lives and help supplement incomes and provide a plan B or help to completely pull people out of jobs they hate. And, there were times where I thought, like, this is crazy. Like, what am I doing? But the culture within this company is just unbelievable. And I've had a sponsor that has just believed in me and has been so supportive and helpful, and not to mention, creating an amazing friendship, which I just value so much. And in the beginning, I really did think that this was just kind of a little side job that like stay-at-home moms did, but it is so much more than that. And a lot of people now are seeing the value in this kind of business model too. And I'm sure some people might go, oh, look, there she is, a crazy Arbonne lady, like can't make it as a physician, so she's selling lipstick. But that just is not the case. Like, I am able to actually, reach out so much more and impact so many more lives than I would be able to just as a chiropractor. And I'm sure there are people that have my number saved in their phone as like the crazy Arbonne ladies. They're like, avoid her. Or I might message them and it's like, oh gee, just ignore her and maybe she'll go away. But what they don't know is how much of an amazing gift this is and how it can truly change their life. Because of Arbonne, I get to give back in ways that tug on my heart. Being able to wake up every morning excited about the goals I have in my life. I don't have that fear hanging over my head about what will I do for the rest of my life. And I feel like I see this so much with those graduating from college these days. Like, they don't know what they're going to do, or where they'll be able to get a job, if they'll be able to get a job, and they're hoping to get one that pays decent and be able to pay off their student loan debt. And so there are just so many benefits and freedom with this opportunity. And there have been a lot of people that I've talked to about this, and usually I just reach out to them and I say, hey, if I share this opportunity with you a little bit more about it, I really think it could be a blessing in your life. Would you at least hear me out? And the other thing is too, like, there are people that from the outside, they look like they have it all together and their lives look phenomenal and they look super happy. And then I sit down with them and I hear things like, I'm in major debt, or I hate my job, or I'm behind on car payments, or I can't gift this year, which can be really devastating for some people during the holidays, right? So many people are actually really unhappy with their lives. And the thing is, we only have one life to live. So I'm going to go out on the limb and share this with them, because there really isn't even any risk to it. If they don't see the value in it and they say no, then they say no. But if they're willing to step outside of their comfort zone just a little bit, they could have the life that they dreamed of. And this is all based on things that you're already using on a daily basis. You're not trying to go out and convince people to use things they aren't already using. It's what you use too. And there's no auto ship requirements. There's no hidden charges or fees. And you are invited into the most welcoming and amazing community of men and women who hold your hand and help you succeed. Like, people who want to see you succeed. Not people who say, oh yeah, I want you to succeed, and then secretly hold you back because they don't want you to get promoted over them. Which is one of the cool things too, because you don't have to wait until the CEO of the company retires to get to the top. There's no glass ceiling and nothing but unwavering support. You have people rooting for you, who have gone before you, who have paved the way for you. And it all depends on how hard you want to work for the dream you have in mind. Like, I get to help people find freedom and build a life of their dreams because it's completely possible. And when I started this, I was extremely busy in my last year of school. Like, I still had some classes. I had my internships. I was very active in the sorority that I was in. I was the president, so very busy there with all the activities, plus my home life. And now I'm still busy, and it's completely possible to do. It doesn't matter if you're a college student or if you're 75 years old. Like, it is never too late to pursue your dreams and live the life you've always imagined. Like, I think when we're older, we're never going to say like, oh wow, I'm glad I played it safe, right? Like, we're not going to say like, oh, I'm glad that I didn't take any risks and I worked really hard all those years in the job I hated to live a normal life and have a mediocre retirement fund. No, we're not going to say that. Guys, it is truly worth going off of the beaten path. I was raised the same way that many people are. You go to school, you get a good job, then you retire. The problem is that the world is changing, and people retiring now aren't getting to retire in the same way that their parents or their grandparents did. And it's only going to keep changing. So, even if you're watching this video and you're not part of Arbonne or you don't do Arbonne, if you're watching this and have that tug on your heart for something more, like you're looking for something more in life, I'd love to talk to you. And what I found is that sometimes you kind of have to go through some things you don't really love to get to where you're meant to be, and Arbonne is staring right at you in the face. And there is no reason why you can't take it and go to the top with it. People are ready. They're craving for positive changes in their lives. You don't have to be a specific kind of person to do this either. Like, there are so many different backgrounds and ethnicities and religions. Literally, people from all walks of life come to this business. And I am telling you, you can have the life that you deserve. And I truly feel that God brought this to me to help others. And that's what I get to do through Arbonne. And, you know, it's kind of funny because you have these platforms and sometimes you're never really sure how it's going to work out. And then Arbonne comes in and it's like, yep, that's how. So, you know, I just think you should take a minute and learn a little more about it and see how it might be able to change your life. I mean, there's no obligations. There is zero cost to check it out, but it may cost everything not to, you know, because this may be just what you were looking for, because it can work. It can change lives, and it does. It does work, and it does change lives. So if you want to chat some more, just hit me up. I'll put my information below. So have a good day, guys.